Hey, I'm Jay, and I've got something to say about Reaper Bone 6, Briarwood Vale. So, I think I've saved the best for last with Briarwood Vale, and we'll start off with the big guns. This is Shimmer Scale, a big giant fairy dragon with these big, huge, translucent wings. Pair of them. Gonna have a little gap filling to do right there, but and a big clear water base. And compared to a WizKids young adult, she is quite a bit bigger. A little bit smaller than the Bones 5 dragons, but still really, really big. And then we have a whole handful of these really little cute itty bitty fairy dragons. They're real playful and very cute. I'm not sure if we'll be able to get this one in shot. That one sits on a mushroom. So those are really whimsical. All these clear wings, they are right up my alley. And then we have these super stylized Christina Van Patten fairies. Like this one's just like super typical CVP. That's a sculptor. Christina Van Patten is the sculptor. We've got 3 of these little fairies. You can tell by like she just has a very characteristic face. So this one in the middle is like a pin-up. And get her wings to stay here. So that's what she looks like with wings on. So again, that little pretty clear plastic. It fits pretty good on most of them. You just need a little glue. Nope, I forgot. Okay, so this one stays together. So, comparison on sizes. This is another Reaper Fairy from a Familiars pack or something like that. This is a WizKids Pixie. I'm not showing you that very well. There's a WizKids Pixie. And here's a really old Reaper Fairy, except that she is human size. She is not small. So this is a human size. You can see the sizes of the other ones. These are both Reaper. That's a WizKids Pixie. And like here's another roughly human size. This is a Sylph, but there's another roughly human size. So you can just see that that's still kind of in scale. So the fairies are a little small, as they should be, but not as small as the WizKids Pixies. Bear with me as I'm putting these in bags so I don't lose them because the wings aren't attached. Because I don't want to lose stuff. We have the alicorn. See, the wings aren't attached. And some of the fits are a little better than others. We have 4 sylphs, 1 for each season. I'd say the one with the hood's for winter, keeping herself warm. Maybe this one with a little ball of fire is for summer. This one with the wind gust is winter and maybe fall. Here, maybe switch fall and spring. Not sure, but 4 seasons, sylphs, spirits, spirit of the woods. have, so those 4 sylphs. We have 3 kelpies. So these are water spirits. So lots of dynamic. These came pre-assembled. It would be impossible to do all these overhangs in a single mold, but these are pre-assembled. Lots of dynamic movement on those. We have some red caps and a chorid. So the only thing I wish the red caps were just a little smaller. They'll be easier to paint this way. But, like, where's the human? So, like, they're pretty chunky, right? They're, like, stature-wise, they're bigger than a human, even though they're shorter. They're, like, thicker. So they're almost like dwarves. So they're a little overly exaggerated. I would have liked them a little more petite, because they're supposed to be like gnome size. But they're wicked little creatures. If you're not sure what a red cap is, go look it up. They're, brownie, sprite, fae, elf creatures that go around and they cut, what do they cut? They cut your knees off, they cut your feet off, something like that. And then a chorid is a woodland creature. You can see he's got little hoof feet. So he's like a little dwarf fawn. Like a earth elemental, nature elemental type guy. We have a murder hornet. So that was big in the US. We imported some giant Asian hornets into the US in 2020 when the Kickstarter started. So like murder hornets were a big meme then. So there's a murder hornet. I wish I could find my Dungeons and Lasers Encounters giant wasps. I think they're about the same size. This one's going to stand a little taller just because of the way he poses. He's just got too many little parts that I didn't want to take out without assembling. So he's going to stand taller, but he's going to be about the same mass as the Dungeons and Lasers. A little bit less chunky than the rock bees from Dewslayer. Then we have our queen bee. You see she's got a little baby maggot that she's feeding some jelly to. She's got a little flower crown on her head and a scepter. And then all her little bee guards. So I wish the beetle folk were this size from Tombs. Sorry, I'm not showing you guys that good. So there's like a caster with a little staff. There's a polearm, a couple of swords, and another polearm. So the royal guards, and a caster, and the queen. And they all have these cute little itty bitty wings on the back. We have 3 will-o'-the-wisps. So these are supposed to, I didn't look at these real close, but these are just supposed to be little balls of light. Yeah, so there's a little ball right there. And this guy's not held together real good. We have this really, really big Mushroom King. And this Mushroom Queen. So this was a resculpt. They had a Mushroom Queen that, like, her hat was kind of too big and floppy. I really like the base. I like the little stalagmite there on her base. And I have the Dungeons and Lasers Mushroom Queen right here too. So this one's kind of more like pretty, and this one's kind of more like evil. right there. And then he fell apart. But there's the king and the queen together. I thought she was going to be a little bigger. This guy, I dropped a piece of him. We have a forest spirit. And my back hurts from trying to hold these under the camera. So we have a forest spirit. His proportions and stuff are a little weird for me. He's not quite a treant. He's not quite a little cute, like forest guardian. He's somewhere in the middle. So that's a little weird for me. And he comes with a base. I think he's a resculpt of an old metal cast. And I think that's everything. So I hope you enjoyed the series. Go look at my other videos for the other expansions.